with Odriozola. He's played it up that far side. Zubamendi got a touch. And a Sociedad player goes down just short of the halfway line. It was Takefusa Kubo, who went to ground. The referee said he was fouled by Tchouameni. Imanol Alguacil watches from the Sociedad dugout. So a free kick, 5 yards in from the far touchline, just short of the halfway line. It'll be, well, they seem to be taking an eternity to take this. One Sociedad player's left it to another. I think it will be Odriozola who finally takes it. It's come to Galán on this near side. He found Barrenetxia, back to Galán again. And that's a nice ball forward as well. Here's Moreno, just short of the penalty area. He's played it off to his left-hand side, but Barrenetxia can't keep it in play. And it's out for a goal kick. Moreno lost his feet, or lost his footing just as he was approaching the penalty area, but it wasn't due to a foul by Tchouameni. And so there was no censure for Real Madrid. We're seeing that spill again from Kepa Arrizabalaga. It was a nervous moment for him, that. If there'd been a Sociedad player following in, the home side would almost certainly have scored, I think. But Madrid now running the ball away from their own penalty area. It's laid down the left-hand side towards Brahim Diaz, but Lenormand was across to deal with that. Here is Zubeldia, on the ball, playing it to his left to Galán. Galán back to Lenormand, and Lenormand all the way back to Ramiro. Ramiro finds Zubeldia just outside his penalty area. He goes back to Ramiro again, who chips it forward right-footed towards the halfway line, nicely chested down. That's good play by Torrientes. He's played it out to the right-hand side. Here's Kubo approaching inside the right edge. It's put across the penalty area. It's too long. It's going to be retrieved on this near side by Barrenetxia. He's helped out by Galán. Barrenetxia again. Inside to Moreno. Moreno back to Galán, who's reached the byline but cuts back onto his right foot, swings it in. Oh, it's just too high. Just too high for Kubo, who was arriving at the far post. And it just floated over his head and went out for a goal kick. Only just too high. I think, in fairness, Kubo had just got ahead of the flight of the ball, arrived too soon, and it floated over the top of him and over the top of Fran Garcia. Ball's out on the far side, midway inside the Sociedad half. It's going to be a throw to Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti chewing vigorously. It's actually further forward than midway inside the half. That looked like a foul throw from Sociedad, but they got away with it. It's gone back to Ramiro, who's I don't know whether that's garish yellow or a rather strange green colour kit, but it's pretty luminous. It's out on this near side for a throw on halfway. It wasn't a great kick by Ramiro. But if the floodlights go out, we'll be able to see because of his shirt. Here's Tchouameni, short of the halfway line. Militao, back to Nacho, and all the way back to Arrizabalaga in the Madrid goal. He's in a much less garish, all light green affair tonight, Arrizabalaga. His kick is headed on, but doesn't find its intended target, who was Ceballos. The Sociedad fans making plenty of noise in the Reale Arena And they've started quite well, but they've given the ball away there on halfway. Brahim Diaz got it back to Dani Carvajal. It's now on the far side with Fran Garcia. Modric gets it just short of the halfway line, tries to play a little 1-2, but Sociedad have won it back. And they're going to launch an attack down the right-hand side. Here is Kubo. The Japanese is faced by Garcia. What can he do? He's got help arriving. Plays it backwards. It's gone to Moreno. Moreno gets it back into the centre circle, and Lenormand just trying to retain the ball here. Torriente's got a touch. It's gone back to Zubeldia. And now Lenormand again. Galan, who's seen plenty of the ball early in this match. Back to Zubeldia. He advances through the centre circle. Plays it out to the right hand side. Here's Kubo once more. He played it in field. A little touch for Zubamendi. Galan once more. Baronetsia approaching the left edge of the box. Comes inside, tries a curler. It's gone all wrong. And it flies wide of the target. Never troubled Kepa Arrizabalaga. Not his best effort, that. But Torrientes had a good little dribble in the midst of all that. But the final shot wasn't a good one. The rain is a little harder in San Sebastian. Nacho. It's played forward towards the halfway line. But Madrid are in retreat, but they've won a free kick. A little over-enthusiastic was Kubo in his challenge. So a free kick to Real Madrid in the left-back position. The ultra-cool-looking Carlo Ancelotti was trying to sort of style it out in just his suit, but he's given way and put his waterproof jacket and hood on in the increasing rain. Militao lays it back to Arrizabalaga, off to his left, and forward by Fran Garcia. It's out on the far side for a throw to Madrid, midway inside their half, thrown back to Fran Garcia. And he goes back to Arrizabalaga, who switches it onto his right foot and clears it to the halfway line. Sociedad win the first header though, and they're able to tidy up and go back to Ramiro. 12, nearly 13 minutes played in the Reale Arena. Real Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 0. And here comes Sociedad, who've probably started marginally the better. They've had a couple of shots. Here is Kubo inside to Zubamendi. They've retreated back into their own half though. Here is Lenormand. Lenormand playing it forward. Back to Lenormand again. Born in France but holds Spanish citizenship. Joined from French club Brest 3 years ago. Here are Sociedad once more. And Lenormand has it again. Seen a lot of it in the last few minutes as Sociedad knock the ball around at the back. Here's Zubamendi, just forward of the centre circle. He's got men out to his right, but he turns the other way and comes back into the centre circle, and Lenormand off to his left, and Galan in turn found Moreno, and now it's over on the far side for Sociedad. Kubo got a touch, but Torrientes was stopped going forward in his tracks. Sociedad have it back though. Kubo retrieved it. Here's Galan using Baronetsia, who's hugging this near touchline about midway through the Madrid half. They were forced back to the centre circle with Sociedad, but here's Baronetsia coming to the edge of the area. Lovely slalom run. Played it to the right-hand side. Kubo shoots. And he's into the side netting. Well, Madrid are protesting that one of their players was fouled in the build-up to that. And the referee wasn't interested. And I think they've carried on their protests a little too far because someone's probably gone in the book. To be fair to Arisa Balaga, I think he's got a hand on this from Kubo. He has. And that kept it out. So it will be a corner. I think it was Fran Garcia who was protesting that he was... oh no, it was Guller. It was Arda Guller protesting that he was fouled. The referee wasn't remotely interested. And the protests were loud and long from Madrid, and Guller has been booked. So he's the first one in the referee's notebook tonight. Here comes the corner, which is not headed effectively by the Sociedad player, who was falling to the ground and actually headed it backwards rather than forwards. Sociedad still have it on the far side. They played it back to Moreno, who is to the right of the centre circle, just stands on the ball. Zubamendi got a touch, and now they're making progress down the right hand side again. This is good from Sociedad. That was Odriozola venturing forward, formerly of Madrid, so playing against his old club. Here's Zubamendi running towards the byline and forcing a corner. So a bright start from the home side. Not great form of late at home. Only 7 points from the last 21. But you wouldn't think that looking at the way they've started this game. They've played a corner short. Kubo played it short. Oh, that's good play. Cross comes in from the right, headed away by Madrid. It will be retrieved by Sociedad. Galan was playing last man. Here's Torrientes. Torrientes plays it back to Sabeldia. And now here's Kubo on the far side again. He tried to flick it forward into the path of Baronetsia, who changed flanks, but unfortunately put it out of play. It was Baronetsia's cross earlier on that could have caused a problem or two. It was well cleared by Madrid. Madrid under pressure in these the early stages of this match. 9 changes, so perhaps that shouldn't surprise us. Moreno's ball goes astray. Here's Tchouameni, and it's all the way back with Arisa Balaga in his own 6-yard box. He played it to the edge of the area to Tchouameni. Tchouameni gave it back to Arisa Balaga, who I don't think wanted it, but managed to effect a clearance. Here's Carvajal back to Tchouameni, 15 yards outside his own penalty area. He passes to his left to Nacho, and Nacho goes to the far touchline. It's played now to Modric, flicked on. It was looking for the run of, I think that's Brahim Diaz, but Sociedad were across and they've cleared it down the far side. It's headed out of play by Nacho. It'll be a throw to Sociedad, just a little bit more than midway through the Madrid half, as the rain absolutely comes down in torrents in San Sebastian. Jude Bellingham sitting in the dugout along with Antonio Rudiger and Toni Kroos. They might be quite glad that they're not out there getting a drenching. We may see some of them, of course, before the end of the game. Ball is out on the far side for a throw to Madrid in the left back position. That was another attempt by Kubo to get down that flank, and he couldn't do so. Ball's thrown in. It's back in the possession of Sociedad on the halfway line. They've certainly had the better of this first 20 minutes in the Reale Arena. I know Madrid have a strong side out even with 9 changes, but I guess there's some unfamiliarity with some players who've not played with each other a lot in first team action. makes a difference. Ball is with Ramiro in the Sociedad goal. He plays it off to his left. It will come further left to Galan in the left back position. He plays it forward. That's a nice turn from Baronetsia. Played it in field to Torrientes. And here's Zubamendi. Zubamendi playing it forward towards Oyarzabal. He goes down in the box, appeals for a penalty. The referee says no. And Madrid don't make a very good job of clearing the ball. And Sociedad have it back. Here is Zubamendi again. Moreno. Moreno's ball forward is too long though. It goes over the dead ball line for a goal kick. Well, they're still arguing about the penalty with the referee, or the penalty shout. But he is unrepentant. Is Munera Montera. He says it wasn't a penalty, and I agree with him looking at that. There wasn't enough in that challenge from Fran Garcia to warrant a penalty. Risa Balaga effected a clearance, but the Madrid player had gone down in the meantime, so that's a free kick. Yeah, there's not enough in that challenge for me. Sociedad fans may disagree, but not for me. If you disagree, you can tweet me at Ellis_red on Twitter, or on X as it's called now. But, in the meantime, a throw midway inside the Madrid half on this near side for Sociedad, thrown in by Galan, but wasn't a very good throw. But Sociedad have got possession of the ball back, and they have it with Odriozola. He found Kubo inside to Torrientes. Torrientes midway inside the Madrid half, 15 yards in from the far touchline. Sociedad retreating. Here's Lenormand in his own half. He's going to cross, well, he didn't quite cross the halfway line before he played it to his left to Galan. Down the line to Baronetsia. Galan's gone on the overlap again, but Baronetsia went inside. This time it's come out onto the touchline. Well, the referee's given a foul in the meantime for a late challenge by Brahim Diaz. So Sociedad will have a free kick. You can see the rain coming down in torrents through the floodlights here in San Sebastian. The referee wandered off the pitch for a minute. I don't know whether his spray to mark where the free kick should be taken was not working properly, but he's managed to unplug the blockage because the spray is down. It's a free kick to the left of the D. It's about 35 yards out. Oh, it's wasted as well. It's just played too long and out for a goal kick. Well, Imanol Alguacil was not impressed with that, I think we could say. Baronetsia made a run towards the ball rather than away from it, and therefore the ball was overhit and just ran over the dead ball line. Not the best. Well, that'll be a free kick to Madrid, and Zubamendi could have been in trouble for whacking the ball away, but he got away with it. Did Martin Zubamendi. He's a youth product here at Sociedad. Contract until 2027. Here are Madrid. Midway inside the Sociedad half. Modric gets a touch. He gets another one on halfway. The Croatian passes it along the halfway line to Militao. Militao played it further to his left initially, but it's now back in the left back position with Nacho. And now here's Tchouameni to Militao. Carvajal plays it all the way back to Kepa Arrizabalaga. So we're past the midway point of the first half here in the Reale Arena. It's Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 0. A couple of half chances for Sociedad. Nothing really to speak of for Madrid at all. Ball is back with Alex Ramiro in the Sociedad goal. And he sets his side moving forward again. He gets it back on the edge of his own penalty area. Plays it off to his left and Lenormand. Lenormand finds Zubeldia. And Zubeldia back to Ramiro. The 28-year-old Spaniard. Joined from Athletic Bilbao in 2019. He's become the regular number one here at Sociedad. Madrid threatened to put an attack together then, and they might still do so. They've won the ball back deep in the Sociedad half, and Militao has been sent spinning by a challenge, which will give Madrid a free kick. He did well to win the ball sliding in, and he was brought to ground by Marino. And so a free kick to Madrid. It's probably 40 yards out to the right of the D. So it will be a ball floated into the box, you would think. Oh, it's actually played short. And now it's drifted. Well, it was an attempt to drift it into the box. It hit the first defender and went out for a throw. That all looked a bit of a waste from Madrid. But there we are. Arda Güler leaves the throw to Dani Carvajal, who throws it back to Militao. Nacho, Fran Garcia, Tchouameni just short of the halfway line. There's a short pass to Dani Ceballos. Here is Ceballos again. Now Militao playing up the near touchline. Carvajal got a touch, but they've given the ball away. And Yazabal is running it forward. Shot comes in from distance. That was a good strike, that one. That was a venomous shot. Militao was nearly punished for giving that ball away. It was carried forward by Yazabal, and it was Torrientes who had the shot. It was just rising and cleared the bar. I think if that had been on target, it would have gone in, because I'm not sure that Arrizabalaga would have reached it. But anyway, it didn't, and it remains 0-0. Ball in the Madrid left back area, hooked forward, up the far touchline. Once again, Sociedad got onto the ball, but they've put it out over that far touchline. It's a throw to Madrid. It was a good strike from Torrientes. He really got hold of it. And Arrizabalaga was flying away to his left and worried, but didn't manage to get anything onto it. Here's Tchouameni playing it over the halfway line. That's a good ball to Ceballos. The ex-Arsenal man gets forward, plays it out to the left-hand side, floated back across the box. Ceballos couldn't take it in stride, and it's out on the far side for a throw to Madrid, but that was a little better from them. Fran Garcia venturing forward to cause a few issues. Madrid have it on the far side. Modric finds Tchouameni. Carvajal's made a really good run on this right hand side and puts it into the box. Dangerous one, and it's 1-0. 1-0 to Real Madrid. That was all about Dani Carvajal, really. He was found by a ball on the right hand side. It was put back across the box, and it was tucked in on the left hand side of the area. I'm trying to spot who the goal scorer was. I think it may be Fran Garcia arriving, who stuck it in the net. Tchouameni's ball was a good one, and Carvajal played it across first time, and Garcia was arriving. No, it's Güler, in fact. It's Arda Güler who was arriving, and he's actually put it through the legs of Ramiro, who might not want to see that again, I would have to say. Tchouameni's pass and Carvajal's first time cross teed that up beautifully for Arda Güler, and he buried it. So Madrid, having been second best so far, have found their way into the lead in the match. It's a bit of a surprise, really. It's only Güller's second goal of the season, but it's put them ahead here in the Reale Arena. It was a lovely goal. First really strong piece of football we've seen from Madrid. And they now have the ball again in their left back area. They've played it to the halfway line. It's been intercepted though. And here's a shot which is scrambled behind by Kepa Arrizabalaga, not particularly convincingly. It was Mikel Oyarzabal who had the shot. May have just been going wide. Arrizabalaga didn't know that. Managed to get a left hand on it, so it's a corner to Sociedad as they look to respond to that setback of conceding the first goal. Kubo with the corner to the near post, flicked on. Zubamendi was arriving but didn't coincide with the flight of the ball, and Ceballos can initially run it clear and then find Tchouameni. Here's Ceballos again, playing it back into his own penalty area to Militao. Militao short pass to Carvajal, who was in a sort of central position momentarily. He certainly wasn't in a central position when he put in that cross from the right a few minutes ago that led to Madrid's opening goal. It was a lovely cross, really was delicious. Delicious cross from the Madrid-born defender. Came through the ranks here. Oh, here's a chance. That's an equalising goal out of nothing. Madrid are protesting. Nacho is protesting, but Takefusa Kubo's not protesting. He's slotted the ball into the net. Carlo Ancelotti chews on, and Takefusa Kubo, well, it was Tchouameni who was dispossessed by Baronetsia, and on went Kubo, or on went Oyarzabal. It then broke to Kubo on the edge of the box, and he's drilled it in the far corner. Well, VAR are having a look at this to decide if it was a foul, and it does look suspiciously like one, so if you're a Real Sociedad fan, your heart might be in your mouth here. VAR having a word with the referee, and I think he's going to he's going to go and have a look at the screen, so he's going to go and decide for himself. Now, usually in England, if a referee goes to look at the screen, he disallows or he reverses his original decision. Whether he will here or not is another matter. I don't know whether the same rules apply in Spain. Well, there is some contact, and it is in the back of Tchouameni. Was it enough to cause him to go down in the way that he did? I'm not convinced it was, but it wouldn't surprise me if this goal is chalked off. And it has been chalked off. So as you were, we're back to 1-0. The Sociedad bench is furious, but the VAR official, Mateo Busquets Ferrer, has decided there was sufficient contact on Tchouameni just outside the box to disallow that goal. Tchouameni threw his hand up in the air as if to say to the referee, well, I did tell you. And I guess by the letter of the law, it was a foul. I think Tchouameni made a three-course meal of it, but there we are. Ball is at the other end with Madrid, and here is Tchouameni finding Carvajal back to the halfway line, and Militao to Nacho all the way back to Arrizabalaga. But although that goal was disallowed, Sociedad should take some encouragement from that. They'd started this game well before they fell behind. They've won a throw 15 yards inside the Madrid half on the far side. 10 minutes to half time. Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 1. Thrown up the line towards Torrientes. He's tackled, and Madrid have the ball back in their possession. There's a free kick, in fact, for a late challenge on Dani Ceballos. Alguacil takes a swig of water, the Sociedad manager. He's not impressed with that decision at all. It's a shame for Kubo because he did really well to beat his defender and slot it inside the near post, but goal didn't stand. So we've already had some VAR controversy tonight. If you're an English fan listening to this, you're used to VAR controversy in the English Premier League. Ball down the line by Madrid, tidied up by Sociedad. And here is Zubamendi on the edge of his own penalty area. Plays it to his right. Zubeldia. And now right over to the far side, and Odriozola up towards the halfway line, and Torrientes. Torrientes tried to get the wrong side of Tchouameni, but it was a bit of a physical mismatch that. Tchouameni won it. But they've given it away again, Madrid. Here's Kubo on the right of the penalty area, dispossessed though. Tchouameni tackled back. Modric got a foot in, it got a bit scrappy at the back there. Madrid have cleared it. Throw to Sociedad just inside the Madrid half on the far side. Thrown up the line. Oh, they've played it out of play though. So it's the throw to Madrid midway inside their half on the far side. It's thrown in and thrown back to Arrizabalaga. Just slows the game down. 8 minutes to half time. We're on the Flash Score audio commentary service and the Flash Score app. Tchouameni flicks it out to the right. Militao. Good tackle back though again by Sociedad. They've won the ball back. Here's Moreno. Torrientes hustled by Gula. Has to go backwards. And Zubeldia gets it back to Ramiro. Sociedad have had some chances in this first half. They trail 1-0 to the only really good piece of football that Madrid have put together in their team with among their team with 9 changes. Madrid have played it all the way back to Arrizabalaga, who's well outside his goal. Played a short pass to Nacho. The veteran plays it up to the halfway line. There was a little flick. And here is Ceballos. Brahim Diaz, we've not seen a lot of him. Tchouameni. He's going to have a shot from distance. It's palmed away by Ramiro. Comes out to Joselu. And Joselu was adjudged to be offside. So that'll be a free kick to Sociedad. It was a good strike from Tchouameni. I would imagine any low shot tonight is dangerous because it skids off the pitch and it comes at you probably faster than you're expecting it to. But the video replays have proved that Joselu was in an offside position. Baronezia. Oh, that's a poor pass from him, giving Madrid back the ball down by the corner flag. Have they forced a corner? Yes, they have. Well, the assistant's given a corner. Lenormand is apoplectic and remonstrating with the assistant. I think that's earned him a yellow card as well. It has. He's not averse to a yellow card, Lenormand. Let's see if the last touch... Well, he has a point. The last touch came off the Madrid player the assistant missed it. But the trouble is, you can't harangue an assistant referee. It's not allowed. Here's Guller floating the ball into the box from the corner, which was played short, but he just drifted it into the hands of Ramiro. So no harm done from that corner. I think Sociedad would have been even more aggrieved had Madrid scored from that corner that shouldn't have been given. Here is Lenormand, who just earned that yellow card. He advances towards the halfway line to the left of the centre circle, swings the ball left to right. It's a good ball, it finds Kubo on the far side. Tackle came in from Fran Garcia. It's a throw level with the 18-yard line, or maybe even closer to the corner flag than that, maybe 15 yards away from the corner flag on the far side. That's the Sociedad right as we look. It's thrown into the penalty area. Marino gets a touch. And now it's going to come to the left edge of the area, and Baronetsia, faced by two, tries to get to the byline. Attempted to pull it across, and he's won a corner. A corner on the left. Baronetsia's looked lively. He likes playing against Madrid. Scored in this corresponding fixture last year, which Sociedad won 2-0, and he scored in the reverse fixture earlier this season as well. Madrid turned it round and won 2-1, but that's 2-2 against Madrid for Baronetsia. Here comes Horiente's corner. It's awful. Massively overhit. Just goes over the top of everyone and out for a throw on the far side. Quite sure what he was thinking of there. That was the kick of a man that probably had about 5 Weetabix this morning, let alone 2, which is enough for most of us. That ball forward runs harmlessly through to Arisa Balaga, who picks it up, moves to the edge of his penalty area. With Madrid leading 1-0, he now drops it again, comes back behind his penalty area. I think he was testing the referee's patience a bit there. He's finally played it to Militao, who plays a long ball forward. It's a good ball too. And here's Brahim Diaz in the penalty area, but I think the flag has gone up. It was a good ball over the top, but Brahim Diaz and Arda Güler had gone too early. Or Arda Güler had gone too early anyway. Diaz was onside, but Güler was not. Here's Galan, left back position. Short pass forward. Baronetsia plays the ball in field. Oh my word, that's a crunching challenge. I think the referee might have a word about that in a minute. That was Torrientes that got flattened. Here's Kubo. Moreno is with him. They've played it out to the far side, to the right of the penalty area. Cross is blocked. Comes off the backside of Fran Garcia. It's out for a throw. Torrientes wasn't particularly impressed with that challenge, and neither should he have been. I'm surprised that the Madrid man got away without a booking for that. It was pretty rustic, to say the least. But anyway, there was no censure. Here's Lenormand playing it to this near side in Galan. Galan back to Lenormand. Lenormand advances into Madrid territory. Plays a square ball to Zubeldia. Zubeldia out to the far touchline. Played back in field. Torrientes back to Zubeldia. As Sociedad look for a way forward with a minute of normal time left in the half. Played through. Zubamendi. That was good. Yazabal very nearly took it in stride. Militao got back, put it behind for a corner. Very close that to playing through Madrid on that occasion. So this time it's a corner from the right. 4th corner of the night for Sociedad. Going to be taken by Kubo. Left-footed in swinger, you would think. Comes to the near post, it's headed away, hit the first man. It wasn't a very good corner. Galan plays it all the way back to Ramiro, who's almost in the centre circle. He's come so far. Finds Galán on the halfway line, just in from this near touchline. Galán goes back to Lenormand. We're about to find out how many minutes of stoppage time there's going to be at the end of this half. There'll be a little bit, because obviously we had the VAR controversy over the disallowed goal, so we've got 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's back with Ramiro, and now Galán, 15 yards short of the halfway line, just inside, just on this near side. Marino turns the circle, gives it back to Lenormand. 59% possession, Real Sociedad, but they trail 1-0. Here's Kubo playing it inside, and they've gone all the way back into their back line of Sociedad to build again. Here's Lenormand. 45 seconds of the 3 minutes of stoppage time have been played at the end of this first half. Here's Galán. Galán to Baronetsia, hooked over the top. Galán can give chase, but I think the flag has gone up. I think it went up against Baronetsia in the first instance, actually. And so a free kick to Madrid, just a few yards from this near touchline. Oh, actually it's a throw. It had gone out of play, the referee said. They didn't keep it in play. Well, the throw wasn't there, that's for sure. And I'm pretty sure that was a foul throw as well. I think we've seen 2 foul throws in this half, and they've got away with both of them, 1 to each side. Here's Arrizabalaga, who clears it as he's being charged down. Ball headed back towards the Madrid goal. Doesn't come to anything. Galán heads forward. Madrid temporarily latch onto the ball, but only give it to Lenormand, and Galán has it on halfway. Galán finds Marino. Marino advancing into Madrid territory. Nice ball between the lines. It's come to Baronetsia on this near touchline. He's gone back to halfway though, and Lenormand. And now Zubeldia. And now to the far touchline. They're trying to find a way in, Sociedad. Here's Torrientes. Torrientes turns away from the tackle. He's got a man on the overlap, uses him. They could get a cross in here. They do. It's come towards Baronetsia. It's over his head. It will be retrieved by Galán, who tries to go past his man. Goes down. Madrid have put it out over the sideline for a throw. And Galán is down in the penalty area and needing some attention. Well, I think he lost his footing, and then the defender has slid into him and probably need him in the thigh area. He seems to have recovered. He's recovered enough to take the throw, in fact. He throws it in, gets it back again. Plays it to Baronetsia. Baronetsia tries to feed it through to him again, but overhits the pass. It's over the dead ball line and it's out for a goal kick. So they've had some promising positions, Sociedad. Not quite done enough with it. The half-time whistle has gone here in the Reale Arena. Well, Madrid made 9 changes and they haven't looked great, but they produced one sparkling piece of football. Chouamani's ball left to right, and a first-time cross from Carvajal found Arda Güler, who drove it through the legs of Sociedad keeper Alex Ramiro to make it 1-0. Sociedad thought they'd levelled fairly soon afterwards when Kubo slotted his shot inside the near post, but it was disallowed for a foul in the build-up, which Sociedad protested about, but after a VAR check, the referee's on-field decision was reversed and the goal didn't stand. So Madrid heading towards a lead of 14 points in La Liga as they march towards a 36th title. Will they hold on in the second half? We'll find out shortly. Sociedad 0, Madrid 1. Join us again after the break. Well, welcome back everyone for the start of the second half of our La Liga action tonight here on the Flash Score audio commentary service and the Flash Score app. The players are beginning to re-emerge at the Reale Arena for the second half of Real Sociedad and Real Madrid, after a first half in which the hosts Sociedad were ahead on every single stat except the one that matters, which is that Madrid lead by a goal to nil. A Madrid team showing 9 changes with only Aurelian Tchouameni and Luka Modric surviving from Sunday's El Clasico against Barcelona. Players like Jude Bellingham and Vinicius Jr. left on the bench, and they really did take a long while to gel as a new unit of 11, and Sociedad made most of the running. Kubo forced a fine save from Kepa Arrizabalaga, and Madrid looked a little out of sorts until Tchouameni swept a ball out to the right hand side, and Dani Ceballos' first time cross was drilled home through the legs of Alex Ramiro by 19-year-old Turk Arda Güler for only his second goal of the season. Sociedad responded well, and Kubo thought he'd equalised when he slotted the ball inside the near post, but a VAR check decided that Aurelian Tchouameni had been fouled in the build-up, and therefore the goal did not stand. And so Real Madrid protected a lead of 1-0 through to half-time. Sociedad need to come back because they stand 6th at the moment, and if they lose this game and Real Betis were to beat Seville on Sunday, Betis would overtake them in that 6th spot reserved for the Europa Conference League qualifiers next season. Sociedad get us underway, kicking from left to right. Can they put something together? Torrientes attempts to pass the ball into the box was frustrated. Kubo chips one towards the edge of the penalty area. Here's Torrientes, and that's clawed behind by Arrizabalaga. It's a really good effort from Torrientes, who caught it well. It was a dangerous one from him. It's not resulted in a goal, but it'll encourage Sociedad once more. It's a good try. It's a corner on the right as a result of the 21-year-old Spaniard's shot. They've made a bit of a mess of the corner though of Sociedad, and Madrid are back in possession. They've cleared it and could launch a counter-attack here. Dani Ceballos carrying the ball forward. He's played it out to the right hand side. Here's Militao out on the overlap, and he's forced a corner at the other end off Xavi Galan. So from defending a corner at one end, Madrid have sprung to the other end and forced a corner of their own on the right hand side, which Luka Modric is ambling over to the quadrant to take. It's only Madrid's second corner. Sociedad have had 6, which tells you something about the balance of play in the game. But here's Modric's corner. It's headed away by Sociedad to the edge of the area. Shot comes in from distance. Cannons off a Sociedad player. That was Güler again trying his luck. The teenager's got one tonight, and he's got the smell of goals in his nostrils, and he fancied another poke. And so 2 corners in quick succession for Madrid at the start of this second half. This is a left-sided corner, so a right-footed in-swinger from Luka Modric. In it comes, drilled across, and this is Güler again having a shot, which some of the way is taken off it. It goes through to Ramiro, who clears rapidly to Baronetsia, inside to Marino, back out to Baronetsia again. He puts the ball into the penalty area. It's come off a Madrid foot, and it's going to go behind for a corner, I believe. Well, it should definitely be a corner. And I think a goal kick's been given. Well, I don't understand that. I really don't. That definitely looked like a corner to me. I think the official must have thought that Oyarzabal played it as it headed to the byline. Well, he's given the corner eventually, and that has to be the right decision. It really has to be the right... Well, the referee's now leaving the pitch, or going over to the sideline. Not quite sure why. He seems to have given the corner. He's... I don't know whether there was a problem with a piece of equipment, or maybe something had come onto the field that the referee handed it to someone on the sideline, whatever it was, and we'll now get our corner, which is going to come in from the left hand side. A right-footed in-swinger headed away by Nacho, and they've gone all the way back to Ramiro of Sociedad. Still outside his penalty area. He plays it off to his right. And Zabeldia. Lenormand further to his left. And that's come off a Madrid player and out for a throw short of the halfway line, which Xavi Galán will take. He got forward a lot, particularly in the first half of the first half. Big Galán put in a decent cross which Arrizabalaga spilt. Not so much later in the half. Militao wins the ball, plays it out to the far side. It's played over the halfway line. That was Joselu holding it up. Ceballos joined in. He got knocked off the ball, but the referee played on because Madrid had the ball. Fran Garcia has lost it though. And here comes Oyarzabal down the right hand side. Baronezia got a touch, but it's only out for a throw to Madrid. Again, they wanted the throw there, Sociedad, but I don't think they had a case in that instance. Madrid have taken the throw. Nacho plays it back to Arrizabalaga, who clears left-footed towards the halfway line, flicked on. Ceballos got a touch. Here's Modric. Modric being forced back, but holds on to the ball. The experienced Croatian international. Perhaps not as mobile as he once was, but his skills just as silky and delightful. Here's Militao playing it to Arrizabalaga, who had to run to catch up with that. Played it into the left back position. It's lofted over the halfway line. Headed forward again by Sociedad. And they've played it forward to Oyarzabal. There's no flag at the moment. Has the flag finally gone up against Oyarzabal? I thought he was offside when the ball was played. And indeed he was. He was a mile offside. Well, when someone's as far offside as that, I really don't understand why the assistant referee doesn't put the flag up. You could play on in that situation and someone could get badly injured. I don't understand that rule. I really don't. If it's borderline, fine, but if he's offside by 6 yards, which he was in that case, just stick the flag up. The referee is in earnest conversation with somebody, not happy about something. Don't think he liked where the free kick was going to be taken. Modric has it anyway, drifts it into the centre circle. Little touch off. It'll come to Nacho and now to Tchouameni. Modric plays a little round the corner ball. Now comes to Ceballos on this near side, just inside his own half. He played the ball forward. Fran Garcia has latched onto it, played it to Modric, centre field, just forward of the centre circle. He gave it out to the far side and Ceballos. Brahim Diaz, here's Modric again. Brahim Diaz once more. Plays it across to the left. Ceballos to the left of the penalty area. It's on the left edge. He's put it back into a central position. Another touch from Modric. Madrid player goes down. Referee says play on. And Madrid have it again on the far side. It's put out for on the near side. It's put out for a throw. Tackle came in. Well, that was the incident in the penalty area, but Sociedad won the ball. There was no drama there at all, really. Militao has the ball deep in his own half, gives it to Nacho. Nacho's being hustled by Turientes, but Turientes fouls him. And that's a free kick. Just close to the touchline. Nacho has stayed down on the ground. Maybe he fell awkwardly on the arm, on his left arm. It wasn't much of a tap on the ankle, but yeah, I think maybe he fell awkwardly on his left arm. Maybe he's jarred the shoulder or something of that nature. He is a veteran, so maybe he doesn't fall quite so, or maybe he doesn't recover quite so well from falls these days. They seem to have helped him off the side of the pitch, and he's receiving some more attention. He's actually wringing his right hand, but I think it's his left shoulder that seems to be the problem. But maybe his left hand. Anyway, we're playing on without him. Ball was played into the Sociedad half, but they've cleared it, and here's Oyarzabal running away from Modric. Modric brings him down. Kubo picks the ball up. He's brought down by Fran Garcia. The Japanese protests to the referee, and the referee agrees with him and dishes out a yellow card to Fran Garcia. Well, it was a pretty robust agricultural challenge. Modric had already fouled Oyarzabal, and then Garcia just came clattering into Kubo, sent him sprawling. So a free kick to the right of the penalty area. It didn't reach him because Arrizabalaga was very authoritative. Came out and claimed it. That's exactly what you want your goalkeeper to do if you're a defender in that situation. There's Modric, Tchouameni. Modric not too far outside his penalty area central position. Played it forward to Tchouameni, who knocked it off to the right to Militao, further right to Carvajal. But Sociedad won it back, and Tchouameni's dived in there and fouled Baronetsia. Sociedad players are saying, why isn't that a booking? I really don't like players doing that. I don't like players saying, why isn't he in the book, ref, and all this nonsense. Just get on and play the game. Let the referee ref, and you play football. He's paid to ref, you're paid to play football. Get on with it. Players that do that should receive yellow cards themselves, and then it would stop. Anyway, so my rant is over. It's going to be Sociedad's free kick, about 10 yards in from the far touchline, just forward of the centre circle. It's drifted in left-footed towards the far post, headed away by Madrid. It doesn't cross the touchline. Moreno retrieves it. It's come out now to Baronetsia. Baronetsia ghosts his way past two on the inside, turns away from another, plays it down the line. Zubamendi. It's crossed in to the far post by They've played it over the halfway line. They might be able to spring an attack here. Here's Brahim Diaz. He's got Joselu up with him. Brahim Diaz tried to play it into the penalty area. He's appealing for handball. Referee says no, and we play on. Don't know whether VAR appears to be having a word with the referee. So if the ball goes, next time the ball goes dead, we might hear something about this. Well, let me have a look at this. Well, I don't know. I think the player was trying to withdraw his hand from the ball. It did hit it, and it was right on the edge. I think maybe VAR have decided that he was trying to withdraw the hand rather than making himself bigger. Anyway, we're playing on in the meantime. Sociedad are short of the halfway line. Played back to their left back position. Now it's played across to Odriozola. And now Zubeldia, the Normand. They came down the left-hand side there, Sociedad. And the referees, well, they're playing on Sociedad. I thought the referee's whistle had gone. Here comes Sociedad down the left-hand side. There's a poor ball into the box, though. Fran Garcia tidies it up. Gets it back to Arisa Balaga. Sociedad have it back, though. Midway inside the Madrid half. Left-hand side. Marino plays it out to that far touchline. Gets it back again. It's about 35 yards from goal. Almost level with the left edge of the penalty area as Sociedad play. They're knocking it around on that left-hand side. Can they get a cross into the box through Javi Galan? He tried to get it across. It was put out by the corner flag. We're having a look at that incident with the handball again. Well, it was outside the area for a start. Well, looking at it again, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure he was withdrawing the hand. But it's outside the box anyway. Well, Carlo Ancelotti was quite animated about it. But nothing came of it. Throw into Sociedad at the other end, flicked on. It's come to the edge of the area, hooked away by Madrid. And that's Joselu giving chase. Zubeldia got onto it, but only headed it into the path of Brahim Diaz, who's gone past two. He tried to play it out to the left-hand side, but Sociedad cleared. Lasabal gives chase, but Fran Garcia's across to get it back to Arisa Balaga. We've ticked past the hour here at the Reale Arena. Real Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 1. Here on the Flash Score radio commentary service and the Flash Score app. It's back with Arisa Balaga. Plays it off to the left to Nacho, who appears to have recovered from that incident a few moments ago when he went down somewhat heavily. Here is Nacho again. He finds Militao. Militao plays it over the halfway line and out to the right-hand side. Here is Gula. Gula gets a touch. Back to Tchouameni now. And now Modric, centre field. Inside the Sociedad half, sweeps it left to Fran Garcia. Garcia back to Modric, who's as busy as ever. Modric swings the ball from left to right. Lovely ball. Carvajal down the line, looking for Gula. Well, the assistant's flag's gone up for a foul by Gula. Says he's put a hand in the face of the defender. Well, I'm not sure it was deliberate, and again the defender's made a three-course meal of it. There could have been a few Oscars handed out tonight, they really could, but I guess that's what happens in football the world over these days. Sociedad have it on the edge of their own penalty area. Here's Odriozola inside. Torrientes, Marino, the Normand, He's played it over the halfway line. Sociedad still probing, not looking as dangerous as they did in the first half. Madrid haven't really created anything again though. Here's Kubo on this near side. He's faced by two though. He's played a short pass and got it back. That was a nice one too. He runs in field, the Japanese. Goes to ground. The referee says no foul. Chouamani plays it to his left. Here's Ceballos. We're seeing a slow-mo of that incident. No, there's nothing in that for me. Again, player's gone down for no real reason at all. Here's Odriozola. He's lost the ball. He's been hustled off it. Referee says he was fouled. So a free kick to Sociedad just inside the Madrid half. Referee's wanting a word with Arda Güler, who's committed one or two fouls and just needs to be a little careful. Well, that was Brahim Diaz that committed that foul, not Güler. So I'm not quite sure what the referee was talking to Güler about. Maybe he gave him some back chat. Fran Garcia heads the ball away. Ceballos tried to keep it in on the far side, and he did. He actually got it off Odriozola for a throw to Madrid in their left back area. They're warming up a substitute, so we're about to see the first substitution of the game. There's Joselu that's gone down in the left back area. Sociedad also preparing a substitution. They're going to bring on Zakarian, who played at the weekend and was left out of the starting lineup tonight. Was Zakarian. He looks like he's about to enter the fray, as it were. So he'll be getting involved. Russian-born attacking midfielder, 7 caps for Russia. He's about to come on. Thrown back to the halfway line. Here's Modric. Modric wins another throw midway inside the Sociedad half on this near side. It's thrown back to the halfway line, and Nacho. Nacho back to Militao. Militao all the way back to Arisa Balaga. Still 1-0 to Madrid. It's a slender lead. It will put Madrid 14 points clear at the top of La Liga tonight. As I said at the top of the show, surely it's a case of when, not if. Well, we're going to get these substitutions. Zakarian's coming on for Turrientes, who's taking his leave. He gets a good hand from the Sociedad fans, and rightly so. He's been industrious enough. But the Russian Zakarian is on for the last 24 minutes plus stoppage time of this game. It's a throw to Madrid, who still haven't brought their substitute on, but I don't think it will be long. It looks as if it might be Vinicius Junior that was warming up. Kubo gets a touch. Odriozola, he overran that and lost it. Here's Modric turning away from the challenge of Zakarian and finding Arda Güler on the halfway line. Back to Carvajal. Here's Chouamani. Chouamani to Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz has run out of pitch on the far side. A throw in. Arda Güler might be the man that's making way, the goal scorer. Maybe him that's going to come off. It is indeed. So the Turkish teenager's going off. Vinicius Junior's getting ready to come on, as is Federico Valverde, who's entering into the conversation. Danny Ceballos giving way for him. Arda Güler getting some hand slaps from those in the Real Madrid dugout. I think Ancelotti's pleased with his night's work. But Madrid haven't put this game to bed. And if anything, Sociedad have continued to make the running. But they haven't been able to find a cutting edge. Kubo sprays the ball out to the left-hand side, which they just about managed to keep hold of. And they've played it into the left of the area. It's pulled back to Zakarian. He will get a shot in, but he skies it over the bar. It's a poor effort, that. Should have done better from there. He's not long been on the field, so maybe we can forgive him. Well, it's Valverde that's gone down after the challenge that started that attack. So he's only just come on and he's down on the ground needing attention. Zakarian, in fairness to him, was running backwards and trying to sort of hook the ball towards the top corner. He's leaning back and just sent it into the night sky. So no joy there for Sociedad. Goal kick is taken, headed back into Madrid territory as Sociedad try and find a way through. Nacho tidies up, sends it back to Arisa Balaga again. Arisa Balaga off to his left, and Nacho hooks it towards the halfway line. Sociedad got to challenge it. Oh, that's late. That's late. That's a yellow card. The Sociedad player slid in. The ball got away from him. It's Zubeldia, and he crashed into Luka Modric on the stretch. It was a late challenge. It's not a dangerous one, so it is a yellow, and just a yellow. Well, I think maybe the ball's been punctured by all of that as well, because Modric is suggesting that the ball's gone soft. The referee agrees with him and gets another one. The offending ball, which is now flat, is dispensed with. And we're going to see some more substitutions for Sociedad, who need to get something out of this game. They really do. So they've got to try something. I think Geraldo Becker, who was another one of the four men to be left out from the weekend, is about to make his entrance, but Madrid come forward in the meantime. They force a throw in, almost level with the 18-yard area on the near side, their left. Grizola put the ball out. It's thrown back to Modric. Modric to Chumani. Oh, actually to Vinicius Junior, who's come deep, but Vinicius Junior lost it to Zubamendi. Marino, that was good play. Here's Zakarian, and now Kubo on this near side tried to feed it back to Zakarian, but Madrid got the challenge in, and they've won the throw as well on this near side. We're seeing the incident earlier on where Modric had the ball and he actually leant down and picked it up because he thought it had gone flat. The referee decided he was right, so forgave him the indiscretion. We're going to see Aritz Ulastondo, who's going to come on, and so is Geraldo Becker. They'll both be on shortly as Sociedad try and find a way back into this game with 18 minutes to play. It's played to Kubo on this near side, faced by Fran Garcia. He comes inside, comes to a central position, just touches it off short. Here's Moreno trying a shot. It's run through, and they've put it wide. Oh my goodness! They've pushed the ball wide. My goodness me. I think he was offside anyway. I think it's a Yazabal. He's put it wide. Referee confirms that, and so it's a free kick to Real Madrid. It was a definite offside, so it wouldn't have counted. Just as well from Oyarzabal's point of view. Kepa Arrizabalaga clears over the halfway line, headed forward by Sociedad into the Madrid half once more. Away by Militao though, and Brahim Diaz gave chase. It's broken to Vinicius Jr. He puts it into the penalty area. Joselu completely misses his kick. He's been pretty anonymous tonight, the veteran Joselu. That's probably the key to him scoring a cracking goal, but he's hardly had a kick really in a game that Sociedad have had the better of, but they haven't managed to score. And Madrid scored with their best piece of football, and that's why they lead 1-0 with 16 minutes to play plus stoppage time. Here comes Odriozola inside to Kubo, breaks to Zakarian. Kubo hurdles the tackle of Modric. It's played to the right hand side. Zakarian tried to play it into the penalty area. His cross was blocked. Vinicius Jr. picked it up, gave it away again. Well, that was a foul on Zubamendi on the edge of the box. I don't know why the referee didn't give a free kick really. He should have done. And Kubo is saying you should have given us a free kick, referee. And he's right, because Zubamendi was fouled on the edge of the area. The VAR offside is clear. The double substitution has taken place. Aritz Ulastondo and Geraldo Becker are both on. Not quite sure who gave way really. Antonio Rudiger and Camavinga are going to come on for Real Madrid. Odriozola was one of those. Odriozola and Baronetsia came off for Sociedad. Fran Garcia's given way to Camavinga. And Brahim Diaz gives way to Antonio Rudiger. Looks as if Carlo Ancelotti's decided he's going to shore this up and try and get out of town with a 1-goal win. In the meantime, it looks as if the referee's going to start again with a drop ball that he gives to Sociedad for them to try and start another attack. Lenormand in his own half. Zubamendi in the centre circle. Lenormand once more. Zubeldia to this near side. It's played off Camavinga for a throw just short of the halfway line to Sociedad. They throw it forward, they win another throw. Some 10 yards into Madrid territory on this near side. They've got to manufacture a few more shots at goal. They've tested Arrizabalaga less in this second half than they did in the first for all their possession. Here's Zubamendi running through the centre circle, but running sideways across the pitch rather than forwards, which hinders his progress slightly. Marino back to Lenormand. Lenormand lays it off to his left, and Marino back to Lenormand again on the halfway line. Lenormand finds Elizondo, and now here's Kubo once again. Kubo running at Nacho, got beyond him, put the ball into the penalty area, but the cross was easily gobbled up by Kepa Arrizabalaga. No great danger there. Nobody really attacked it either from a Sociedad point of view. They needed somebody to commit to that and try and get in on the goalkeeper and make it difficult for him, and they didn't really succeed in doing that. So no joy there. Here of Madrid again. Tchouameni to Modric. Modric flicks it back to Arrizabalaga, right on the edge of his penalty area. Plays it to his left, and Rudiger to Nacho. That stretched Nacho a little bit. It wasn't a great pass from Rudiger, the former Chelsea man, of course. It's on the halfway line with Elizondo. Tried to feed it up the right hand side. It was beyond Kubo though. Rudiger got it back to Arrizabalaga, who clears left footed up towards the halfway line, flicked forward, but only back into Sociedad possession. 12 minutes to go. Real Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 1. It's been a better game than that. But Sociedad have not managed to find a killer punch. Imanol Alguacil in conversation with his backroom staff, trying to work out how they can engineer a goal. A goal and a draw would ensure that they would still be in 6th place at the end of the weekend, whatever else happens. But they will lose 6th place to Real Betis if they lose here and Betis beat Sevilla on Sunday. Here's Kubo playing it through. Oyarzabal chases it, looks to loft it over the top. It hits a Madrid defender and creeps wide. I think the shot was on target before it hit the Madrid defender. Just went wide of the target. It's a good effort that from Oyarzabal. It was going in. It hit Rudiger. Whether Arrizabalaga would have saved it had it not hit Rudiger's another moot point, but a close thing for Sociedad to give them some encouragement late in this game. Corner from the left, in it comes, headed on towards the far post. It's going to go out for a throw to Sociedad, which Oyarzabal's going to take. Oh no, he's not going to take it actually, he's going to leave it. He's going to leave it for Elizondo. I don't know whether Elizondo's a long throw expert or not, but there's 10 minutes to go. He's beckoning someone towards him. He does throw it quite long towards the near post. It's still in the penalty area, headed away by Chumani. Elizondo got another head on it. Here's Geraldo Becker, who barges Ceballos off it, tries to put it back in the penalty area. It comes off Ceballos and goes behind for a corner. Well, the Sociedad fans are in good voice. They know that their team has given Madrid a really good game here. They've had 6 chances to Madrid's 1, but they trail 1-0. They deserve a leveller, but you don't always get what you deserve in football. Corner's taken short. It's played backwards. It's going to be fired in from quite a long way out. Hits another Madrid defender and goes over the bar. That was Becker. So it's going to be another corner to Sociedad, which Takefusa Kubo has gone to take. He's held both his hands out in front of him with his fist clenched. That's obviously a signal for what he's going to deliver. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger anyway. It's played into the centre of the area. It's punched away by Arrizabalaga, out as far as Becker to the left of the area. They've had to come backwards. They can still deliver a ball in. It's played towards the far side and Kubo takes it in and looks to run to the byline, play it across the area. It's come all the way through. Becker retrieves it on the left corner of the box, and he fires in a shot which bristles the top of the net. Just bristles the roof of the net as it went over. Didn't miss by much, that. Oh, I think Arrizabalaga knew it was going over, but only just. Only just. They're knocking on the door a bit here, our Sociedad. But they're not having much luck. They're now protesting that Arrizabalaga taking 3 years to take a goal kick. They're right, of course. It's always a test of the referee's patience as to how far he allows that to go. Arrizabalaga did eventually take it. It's back in Sociedad possession. Olazabal plays it off. Sociedad player goes down under challenge, and there's a yellow card out for Aurelian Tchouameni. He's not happy about that and remonstrates about it. Well, he's got every right to remonstrate about it because he won the ball. He won the ball. Won the ball beautifully, actually. No, he said very loudly. And he was absolutely right. But anyway, the referee gave a free kick. And Kubo fed the ball in from the byline, but only into the hands of Arrizabalaga. Another substitution for Madrid. Lucas Vázquez is going to come on. Luka Modric is taking his leave with 6.5 minutes of normal time remaining. He gets a warm hand even from the Sociedad fans. I think Spanish football knows that they won't see Luka Modric for that much longer. And he's the sort of player that everyone enjoys him, because he is so silky and delightful to watch. He's given way to Lucas Vázquez with 6 minutes left. Can Sociedad save the point that they deserve, or will Madrid see this through? Well, Madrid are chasing the ball out to this far side. Camavinga collides with Kubo, and Camavinga is penalised. He's not really got in the game since he came on, Camavinga. It's unusual for him. And Astondo takes the free kick. Just plays it backwards to Zubeldia. And here is Lenormand. Lenormand up towards the halfway line. Ball played over the top, looking for Geraldo Becker. He's running with Dani Ceballos, with Dani Carvajal. Went to put the ball in the box. It hit Carvajal and ran through to Arrizabalaga. Becker appealed for handball, but nothing was given. That'll be a foul by Sociedad. That's on Vázquez. That's given Madrid a free kick a few yards inside their half to the right of the centre circle. They just look like they're managing this game, Madrid. They've not played well with their 9 changes. They don't deserve to be ahead, but they're just seeing the game out. They're just managing it. And Carlo Ancelotti will be delighted. He's made a lot of changes. He's rested players. He's not had to play Bellingham. Vinicius Junior has not been on the pitch for very long, and he may still come away with 3 points towards this inevitable 36th La Liga title. And it will be another defeat for Sociedad against a member of the top 7, a member of the top 4. Just 1 win in 7 against the top 4 before tonight. That will be 1 win in 8 now. So, not the best. Back to Arrizabalaga, who plays it off to his left to Rudiger. Rudiger lofts it down the left-hand side, headed further on by Nacho, who seems to have done himself a mischief. He has latched onto the ball though. He's gone down. He's been tripped by Marino, and that's Marino a booking. He seemed to be clutching at the back of his hamstring, Nacho. Marino's suspended because of that yellow card, so he'll miss the next game. Again, a pretty theatrical fall by Nacho. We're seeing the pictures of Becker's cross a few minutes ago, where he protested there was a handball. Hard to tell from one look, I have to say. Ball is back with Ramiro in the Sociedad goal. Time is running out. It's not their friend as they trail 1-0. Oh, that's going to be another booking. Just a cynical pullback. That's going to put Nacho into the book. It's a rugby tackle. Absolute rugby tackle. He just put both arms around his waist. Can't do that. That's not in the rules of association football. But Nacho knew that. Here's Zubamendi playing it towards the edge of the penalty area. Swept out to this right hand side, and Kubo. Can Kubo get a really... Corner from the left. Andre Silva's going to come on for the last few minutes of this game, and he is on. So another substitution is made. In comes the corner. It's cleared at the near post. It was a poor corner. Lenormand was the man withdrawn, so defender off, attacker on, which he has to do now, really. But they haven't created quite as many chances in this second half as they did in the first. Haven't Sociedad. Zubamendi. They're still inside their own half. They need to get the ball forward. They've got a minute plus stoppage time remaining. They deserve a draw, but doesn't look like they're going to get one. Moreno tried to play the ball forward. Vasquez slid in, got it out for a throw, thrown back to the halfway line. Here's Zabeldia, and now Elizondo to Kubo, who tries to run in field. And they've played the ball forward towards this right hand side. Yazabel has played it back to Moreno. Yazabel again puts it into the box, hooked away by Tchouameni unceremoniously. Moreno gets onto it again. We're about to find out how many minutes of stoppage time we've got. Sociedad still probing, still trying to find a way in. Oh, that's gone awry though. Tried to play a ball to the edge of the box. It evaded the furthest man forward, who was Yazabal, and it went out. It went through to Kepa Arrizabalaga. 5 minutes of added on time, of which we played 20 seconds. Real Madrid close to being 14 points clear at the top of La Liga. They've not been great tonight, but they have made 9 changes. So I guess you can understand that. Sociedad will reflect on the fact that they've played well and lost unless they can find a goal. Here's Elizondo throwing the ball in. It goes beyond Moreno, and Madrid win it back. Here's Rudiger just inside his own half, plays it up the left hand side. It's out for a throw though to Sociedad, who are going to keep coming for the remainder of this stoppage time. They throw it in field. Elizondo gets it back. Kubo gets a touch back to Elizondo. Zabeldia to his left and all the way back to Ramiro. Will he kick it long? It's coming to the stage where he needs to, and he does kick it long up towards the left hand side. Becker tried to latch onto it but couldn't. Sociedad briefly won it back, but they've lost it again, and now they're going to get caught on the break, I think. Tchouameni finds Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior approaching the area, sends it back into a central area, but it was cleared from the foot of Tchouameni. Tchouameni's latched onto it again though, played it forward. It was played across the box. Vinicius Junior didn't reach it. He might have been offside anyway. All of a sudden Madrid sprung to life there when Sociedad gave the ball away in a difficult area. Joselu put the ball across the box. He was offside actually, and so it wouldn't have counted. Sociedad try and come again, but another attack has broken down. Real Madrid clear it all the way through to Ramiro. We've only got 2.5 minutes left of stoppage time at the end of this game. And still Sociedad trail 1-0 here in the Real Arena in San Sebastian in the rain. Kubo with a chance to run. He runs in field, plays a little 1-2. He's got it on the edge of the penalty area, played it square. They're 30 yards out. Zubamendi. Well, the Sociedad player's gone down 30 yards from goal. That'll be a free kick, central position. I think that was Zakarian that went down. Valverde the offender. Yeah, Valverde went through the back of him. So Sociedad will have this free kick. It may be their last chance. It's fairly central, so there's not a lot of angle to play with. It's right of centre, just right of centre. They've got to loft this one into the box and hope they can get on it. It's lofted to the left-hand side of the box, but Madrid get the first header, and Chouamani hoofs it down the field unceremoniously. Vinicius Jr. flicked it behind one of his teammates. Here's Joselu feeding up the left-hand side. Vinicius Jr., will he run for the corner or will he go for the goal? He's put it across the box, hooked away by Sociedad, but they're now stuck down the wrong end of the field, and we're in the final minute of stoppage time. So Madrid have done what they needed to do tonight, really. They've not been spectacular at all, but they've done enough to win, with many of their first teamers sitting on the bench, not having to do any work ahead of their Champions League trip and meeting with Bayern Munich. Will they get a second goal? Here's Camavinga, turned aside by Ramiro. That's really only Madrid's second shot of the game from Camavinga. It was a good save by Ramiro. Diving away to his left. Is there time for Sociedad to launch one more attack? Well, they've lost the ball again, and the referee has blown. Well, Sociedad will feel aggrieved that they have lost this game. They lost it to a wonderful goal in the first half. Chouamani spread a ball out to the right hand side, and Danny Carvajal drove it across the box first time, and it found Arda Güler, the Turkish teenager, who drilled it through the legs of Alex Ramiro. Kubo had a goal disallowed for a foul in the build-up, and Yazabal put a glorious chance wide in the second half that would have been ruled out anyway by VAR. Arrizabalaga made several decent saves, one of those from Kubo. Chouamani and Eduardo Camavinga had chances to make the win more convincing for Madrid. They wouldn't have deserved that. They didn't really deserve the 3 points. But Carlo Ancelotti has masterminded that well. He's made 9 changes, won the game anyway, and kept players fresh for the Champions League semi-final. A good night for Madrid, a difficult one for Sociedad, who may drop out of the European places by the end of the weekend. But they gave Carlo Ancelotti's side a really good game in the Real Arena in the rain. But it finished a really good game in the Real Arena in the rain. But it finished Real Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 1. Thanks for enjoying it with us.